Book 3, Lesson 7. Act. Say act. Act. Noun. Number 1. Something that is done. Giving clothes and food to the family who lost everything in the house fire was a generous act. Number 2. A show that is put on. One act in the Spring Festival will be a Guatemalan folk dance. Number 3. One of the main parts of a play. During the interval between Acts 1 and 2, we can walk outside for some fresh air. Verb. Number 1. To do something. Ellie acted at once when I asked her to help me move the sofa. Number 2. To play a part in a play, a movie, or on television. In The Wizard of Oz, Bert Lahr acted the part of the Cowardly Lion.
Now let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Who might have an act at the school fair? A juggler, or B, a writer? If you said A, you are correct. Jugglers put on shows at school fairs and other events.
Additional. Say additional. Additional. Adjective. Added or extra. Andres brought an additional bottle of water to the tennis court because the day was quite warm.
Now let's review word meaning. Yes or no. If someone gives you an additional pair of shoes, then that is your only pair of shoes. If you said no, you are correct. An additional pair of shoes is an extra pair. It would not be your only pair.
Advice. Say advice. Advice. Noun. Ideas or suggestions offered to help someone with a problem or situation. Gary asked Selena for advice about training his frisky dog, Peanuts.
Now let's review word meaning. True or false? People sometimes ask for advice when they are in trouble. If you said true, you are right. Advice can be helpful to someone who is in trouble. An idea or a suggestion may help him or her get out of trouble.
Crumple. Say crumple. Crumple. Verb. To crush together, to bend or press into creases or wrinkles. Sue's shirt was crumpled after she stuffed it into the bottom of her bag and forgot about it.
Now let's review word meaning. True or false? A crumpled piece of paper is easy to write on. If you said false, you are correct. A crumpled piece of paper is bunched together and would be very hard to write on.
Fan. Say fan. Fan. Noun. Number 1. Something that causes air to move in order to cool whatever it blows on. Some fans are made of folded stiff material and can be spread open for use. Others are machines with blades that run on electricity. On hot summer days, the ceiling fan keeps the living room very comfortable. Number 2. Someone who closely follows a group, team, or person. The fans cheered loudly when their soccer team ran onto the field. Verb. Number 1. To move air with an open fan or something similar. As Gracie fanned herself with a folded newspaper, the children built sandcastles at the edge of the water. Number 2. To spread in the shape of an opened fan, often used with out. The students fanned out over the park, picking up any paper trash or empty bottles they found.
Now let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. When a sports team wins, its fans are most likely to A. Cheer, or B. Boo. If you said A, you are right. Fans of a sports team follow their team closely. They cheer when their team wins.
Memorize. Say, memorize. Memorize. Verb. To fix in one's memory exactly. To learn by heart. It amazes me how quickly Gerard can memorize the words of a song he has heard.
Now let's review word meaning. Yes or no. If you memorize a poem, then you know every word of that poem. If you said yes, you are right. When you memorize a poem, you have every word of that poem fixed in your memory.
Mystify. Say, mystify. Mystify. Verb. To confuse or puzzle someone. How Colleen was able to find the right card mystified all of us.
Now let's review word meaning. True or false. A problem that mystifies people is easy to figure out. If you said false, you are correct. A problem that confuses or puzzles people must be very hard to figure out.
Pause. Say, pause. Pause. Verb. To stop for a short time before going on. Ms. Bonaire paused to see if we had questions and then finished giving us the directions for the game. Noun. A short break or rest from what has been going on. After a short pause to catch her breath, Alexis set off for the top of the hill.
Now let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. When you pause a movie, you A. Start the movie over, or B. Stop the movie for a short time. If you said B, you are correct. Pausing a movie stops it for a short time. The movie continues once the pause is over.
Transparent. Say, transparent. Transparent. Adjective. Allowing light to pass through freely so that one can see clearly. Several kinds of fish swam past us in the transparent waters of the lake.
Now let's review word meaning. Yes or no. A window is transparent if it cannot be seen through. If you said no, you are correct. Transparent windows are see-through. Light passes freely through them.
Vanish. Say, vanish. Vanish. Verb. To go out of sight. To disappear. As the ship headed out into the channel, the land vanished under a layer of early morning fog.
Now let's review word meaning. True or false. Objects are more likely to vanish in the dark. If you said true, you are right. When it is dark, many objects can no longer be seen.